Hey guys, let's talk about Woodsball for a bit. Okay, so basically, my team rolls with 5 players in both speedball and Woodsball. We will take in other players. We'll play with random people throughout the day. We'll bring in like Jesse McIver or just some other people you might see around playing. But we we play with at least 5 guys, with the same 5 guys. In any big game or any Woodsball game out there. Um, so I suggest for 5-man teams, you have a sniper, which in our case is Jamie Sanziak, who is he has an A5 with a really long barrel. I think it's like 18 inches or something, and he can pick people off from pretty far away. Um, I suggest you get a light fire support player, which in our case is Jason Trumper, who we didn't talk about those two very much in any of the other videos, but they're on our team. Um, yeah, Jason, he uses like egos and dies and stuff, so he's good for light fire support. He can shoot really fast. He can shoot a lot of balls, put a lot of balls in the air, keep people behind their trees while I'm out medicing or something. And I suggest you get a heavy fire support, someone who's got a bit of a heavier gun, a more accurate gun, like Brady Ash, Brady the Chief Ash. He uses his Bravo 1 a lot for this because it's a big gun. It's reliable. It's pretty accurate. It does what it needs to do. Um, for the 4th guy, you need a point man. Um, a point man being Nathan Davis in our case. A point man will be in the front of your group whenever you advance it through the woods. Um, he'll uh, he'll be there for sniper sweep, so he'll be looking for snipers, enemy snipers. He'll be looking to see where the enemy line is. If he's out, you know that there's enemies nearby, so you can get ready. And I also play point whenever it's there's no medics allowed. But yeah, I'll play point with him, and we'll go up together. I'll stand behind a tree and tell him go. He'll go stand behind a tree and aim down. Go. So I'll go ahead of him. And yeah, that's for just normal Woodsball games. But for big games and games where they allow medics, um, me and Nathan have 2 totally different jobs. I become a medic. Um, being a medic is a pretty stressful job because everyone relies on you and everyone's always yelling at you. But it's fun. It's fun. I don't think you can use a gun when you're a medic though. I think to be a good medic, a good team medic, you just gotta give up on kills and just leave your gun behind or use a pistol. Because you gotta be light. You can't have a pod pack weighing you down. You can't have a gun. You can't have both hands. Because you gotta run over, hit someone with your rag, wipe off somebody else's paint, splatters, whatever. You gotta go do that. That's why I use my pistol. It's also good for picking up objectives if it's an objective game. And raising the flag too. You can aim down, keep people off with your pistol. It's pretty rocking. Works pretty well for me. Nathan works as my anchor. Okay, an anchor is like a bodyguard. It's someone who's there to protect the medic at all costs. He is supposed to be the guy who takes a bullet for me if he needs to. He'll he'll be like my personal light fire support. That's a good way to explain it. He'll run around with me and shoot at people who are shooting at me so that they stay behind their bunkers so I can go help our teammates. And then once it's done, we'll move somewhere else. Our team uses walkie-talkies, and which we're getting some soon, which are pretty good new ones. They got the headsets that fit under the masks, work pretty well, waterproof. We'll probably show you those and put a link in the description and the video for those. I'm too lazy to put it in this one. But yeah, walkies are a must-have, I think, for like small Woodsball teams, because you guys are running around, getting split up. You have no clue where to find each other. So I suggest buying as many walkies as you can for your team. But if you can't, if you're too cheap and you can only buy a few, I say 3 is the minimum you can have. 3 walkies are the minimum you can buy, because you need. 4 is even better, and 5 is way better. 3 because you need one for the medic, of course, because everyone needs to talk to the medic, be like, oh yeah, I'm hit, I'm over and I'm on the ridge, I'm in KIA or whatever. I'm using areas from Wasaga Beach. But you take the medic, you give him a walkie, you take the anchor, who's there to protect the medic, because if they get split up, don't even think about that medic surviving. You need that anchor to be there, because if he's off shooting at someone else, he loses his medic. You're screwed. And those two need to always be in contact, and you need your sniper to have one, because your sniper will usually be off by himself or with less people around him, so there might not be a medic there. So he always has to be able to say, "Yo, I'm over here. I'm shot. Come get me." You should probably let your medic know where you're going, so that he has a idea where you are before you go and do that. But and just a hint for the snipers out there: if you think you're gonna get overrun, you think you're pretty sure you're gonna die, you should tell your medic beforehand, and then they'll come over and the anchor will take out some guys, keep them in while you get healed. Um, the anchor should have a good fast firing gun, electric gun. I am positive that this is something you need for an anchor. You might as well not have an anchor if he's just using like a Tippmann 98 or like a BT Combat. He'll just be plinking away in the back. He can't do anything there. You have to put like 10 rounds on each tree that someone's hiding behind, or each bunker, or each whatever, to keep them below, so that your guy can go and heal. Your medic can go and heal the people who needs to heal. Um, Anchor will use a lot of paint, so he's got to be willing to do that. He can't like halfway through the match be like, "Oh no, I've already used the case. I can't do this anymore. Sorry, buddy." Because once you're a medic for the whole game, right? You can't just take off the tape and be like, "Yeah, I'm just a normal player now." Um, Other than that, let me think. Um, yeah, so that's all about Woodsball, I think. I think I should probably mention a few things about Jamie and Jason, since they weren't here. Also, Josh Foster is on our team. Those three are the guys who weren't here today. Earlier in the videos, you saw Nathan, who was over here, and Brady, who was over here, and they were talking with us about some Timmins and stuff. But Josh Foster is our back right in our speedball team, but he doesn't play on our Woodsball team, or not as far as I know. He might come out and play with us at Wasaga and stuff, but I'm not so sure. Jamie does not play on our speedball team. He only plays as our sniper in Woodsball. And Jason's our little rich kid. Love that guy. He's the guy who plays Snake for our team. He's tiny. He just rocks it. He's quick. He's perfect size. Yeah. He's my other half, really, because I play Dorito. He plays Snake. We're all shooting across the field, trying to help each other out. Brady's my back player. Brady, you saw him over there. Yeah, with his he'll be getting a die DM8 soon, so he'll be behind me, shooting down my tape, keeping my Doritos in. So, by the way, if you ever need to know anything, or ever need to talk to us, or want to ask us questions, we have a website, Anti-Revolution PB. It'll be in the description. antirevolutionpb.webs.com. We're working on getting a domain right now, and there's also a store on there where all the Tippmanns that you saw will be sold. And if you want a cheap gun, like, we're selling them dirt cheap. Selling my red dot, I'm selling everything. Because I'm getting a new gun, new GOG G1. It'll be in the mail soon. Yeah, I'm basically, I don't know. Every team should have a tech guy, really. Me and Jason are probably the two most tech savvy guys when it comes to paintball on our team. I know everything there is to know about positions, to know about what you should be doing as a position. I know what the back players do, I know what the mid players do, I know what the front players do. I know what, like, every like back of my hand. I know everything there is to know about speedball. I know quite a bit about Woodsball. I'm just kind of like the knowledge pit. Jason, Jason's got a bunch of knowledge with fixing guns. So if you ever need to write on his forum, go straight ahead. Like on the forums on our website, there's a forum topic for each of our names. We can ask questions. So if you need any help with your gun or anything, you can post on me or his. I guess if you have trouble with your dangerous power gun, I guess you can ask Nathan because that's kind of his field of expertise since he owns one. But other than that, me and him are pretty much the way to go. Yeah, so that's all. I guess I'll see you later, guys. Keep on balling.